Well, I ordered some big old fat plug wires. They're a lot better than little cheapo ones. And I had a bunch of junk around here with some little holders. I don't know if they're going to work or not, but I'm going to just replace these wires here, and it should look a lot better. It looks pretty crappy right now, and my timing light was misfiring. I think probably because these wires were messed up, and I got a couple burnt ones in there. Like I said, these were the cheapest ones I could find off of eBay. They were good enough to get it running, but now I got a good set. I'm going to put these in and see what it looks like. Well, here we are with the wires on. I got them in this nice little 4-holder loom. I've got them where they're clear and the header's good on this side. The same thing on this side. They're all sorted out pretty good, and they won't move around, and they're not touching anything. I got plenty of room, so I think that's pretty good. I painted that air cleaner, so it's sort of looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure I have the firing order right. I might have mixed up one or two. I guess I can fire it up and find out. I tried to start this the other day. It started, but it wasn't running very good. Kind of acted like it was out of gas. Let's see if it is or not. Disconnected coil wire. That might help. No power to it. Won't start. I don't remember which way these go. That's probably it. Oh. I'm not sure if that's on right or not. Oh. Now it is. Well, my battery's getting pretty dead. Something wrong. Battery's dead, and I got a plug wire wrong. So, no starting for this bad boy. I'll just trace these wires around and put it on the battery charger. Well, I rechecked the firing order. It all looks good. I think it's just the battery was dead, not giving it enough to kick over. at about 27 degrees here at idle. Let me turn that idle up a little. Sounds better. And I got about I don't know, right about the middle. Kind of a slow idle. Now I started working on my door here. I've got a trunk locking handle, and I managed to cut this up. Whoops. I just took it apart. Well, I have to get that back out now. I took some of the pins out of it. You can see how the pin come out of right there. I need to make a longer piece. This I managed to get this handle here. This is the locking mechanism, and I got that on good, but I cut my little arm too short. But I'll have to make me another square piece. Take a little doing, but it works good. And I'll have a locking door handle. The way these locked, you just push the handle on the inside forward or back, I guess. That locked it. And then you had to get in from the other side. But I've got this trunk lock. It's not the right handle at all, but it'll all go in, and I'll have to put some kind of nuts and bolts down in there on the inside. It's going to be kind of hard to do that, but I'll make me another shaft, and I'll get this sorted out, and I'll have me a lock and door handle. The bondo turned out pretty nice. Just a little light sanding and that'll be good. I got Mr. door handle done. Closes good, opens good. So I can't really get any bolts on it there. So what I'm going to do is just use JV weld, put it over those long pins with a nut, and just glue this whole thing to the door. I wanted to get it with this door handle here. Let me get it out. I've got to hold the other door open. Well, what I did here, I just welded a little piece on the end and put the pin back. And what I want the door handle to be horizontal. Oh, how about that went right in there. I want the door handle to be horizontal. And I may not be able to do that, But what has to happen, I have to play with this a little to get it to line up and go into that inside catch down in there. Probably can't see it. I'm going to make sure that my key lock works here and make sure which way I got it oriented, and then I'll put some JB weld on the outside of this, glue it on, and then I'll go inside here to the pins. You see them down there, and I'll get a nut that's pretty close to the right size, JB welded on. That should hold it. Of course, if you was to take a pry bar, you'd eventually get it out, but I'm not really too worried about that. I just want to make sure that the lock works. I know it goes in good vertical. I don't really like the way that looks. Like I said, this is a trunk latch. But anyway, I'll see if I can get this the rest of the way in and put a key on it and make sure it works. I started working on this corner patch here. I cut everything out and cut me a piece of stainless there to make the bottom piece. I've got it pretty level across there, and I've got it welded in pretty strong. I mean, for what's there, I mean, it should cut the whole thing out, but that's not what I'm after. And what I'm going to do is take a piece of 3/8 round like this and bend it to this shape. This is a pretty good shape right here. I'm going to bend it to that shape, then I'm going to lay it down here on the bottom and mark this, and then I'll cut this bottom piece off right where that mark is, and then once the 3/8 round is in there, then I'll just drop a piece straight down to this and just butt weld this real nice along the bottom. Grind it off, and I'll have the right shape. It's not the best fix in the world by any means, but it's going to look a lot better than that big old hole that was in it. So the stainless and the rust is welding together pretty good with that rod. I don't really have any complaints with that. So I was actually able to fill this up in a couple of places here. Part of this was there's a little piece on the bottom I couldn't get off. So some places has got gaps, but I'm just gonna go in here and tack weld this a little better. I got it pretty good right in here, and I can just put a couple little beads on it, and this will all be real solid. I probably ought to just cut another little flat piece and weld it over that. I'll look at it from the inside. I don't think it's gonna be worth doing. Now I really can't see much. Got a bunch of trash there. Well, I'll look at that later. I might be able to just cut a little piece and form it in there. Tack it from the inside. We'll see. I'll get my trash out of there. At least I got my bottom plate. That's what I'm going to need to make this patch solid. So enough for today. My glue's pretty hard here. The door's going to work good. Work and lock. So that's kind of a done deal. Moving along. I need to finish mounting my mirrors on here. I've got to probably put a patch over on the other side, same thing as this. It's not as bad as this one, so I might be able to fix it instead of having to cut the whole thing out. Well, it wasn't nothing to cut out, it was all gone. Anyway, move on to the next thing. By the way, this piece of stainless here cost me like 40 bucks. I was kind of crying about a waste, but actually I've got 2 of the windshield patches, and they look pretty good. I got to grind this down right here a little. Had a little bend on the end, but I've welded this up, and I can fill all this up in here with Bondo. The inside of it's going to be just fine. Need to, once I get this all done, then I need to cut me a line on both sides of it so I can get it apart. I may not do that. I may just leave it alone because I don't plan on replacing this windshield now. And when I go to replace it, I can cut it then.